Hi, in today's video, we're going to be learning how to do Dewarpping on our Navigator client. And for the camera we're going to be using a F2R36C2. Here in camera 3, I already have the camera added. I'm going to go ahead and double click on it and make it full screen. And here, as you can see, we have our camera set up about 20 feet up in the air above in our warehouse. So for Dewarpping, the first thing we're going to need to do is head over to the right-hand side right here and click on PTZ setting. By clicking on this, we're going to go ahead and enable the mouse PTZ, and it's also going to give us 6 different options right here. I'm going to right-click on our image, and right here you'll see that we have 6 different options right here, starting from 1.0 to 3R10, so on and so forth, and these will correspond with these options right here. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the different functionalities for each one. So for this very first one, it's pretty simple. Basically, we will be able to kind of navigate through this warehouse right here simply by zooming in. So right here, I'm on my mouse and I'm going to simply scroll in. And since PTZ mouse is enabled, I'm going to simply drag my camera, and as you can see, we can see the different things in our warehouse. We can change our field of view as well, and we can also zoom into certain spots as well. So here we can see what's inside this little hallway here. We can turn and see what's in the back of the warehouse right here. And yeah. So I'm going to zoom all the way back out right now, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the next one, which will be a fisheye 3R10, and it's going to be the second one right here. So here our screen is divided into 4 different sections. The first one being red, second one being green, the last one being, or the third one being blue, and this very last one will be a combination of all of them. So the most important thing is this last one right here, the fourth one. So this fourth one will basically be kind of the controller of all of the blue, red, and green one. So how this works is we would simply click on one of the red, green, or blue one. I'm going to click on the green one or the red one right here. And as you can see on our fourth camera, there is a little red or pinkish outline. And I'm going to hover above the fourth one right here, and I'm going to simply zoom in. And as you can see, it's kind of creating a little zone or a little area where it will display what our field of vision will be right here in the red one. And just like the first option right here, we can simply drag using the PTZ option and basically select different areas we want to view. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and set it for this garage area right here. Alrighty. And for this green one, I'm going to go ahead and select on the green one simply by left clicking on it, and it'll give you a signal of which one you're on by looking on the fourth one. So if I click on the green one, it will display a green circle. If I click on the blue one, it will display a blue circle. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and click on the green one, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here on the fourth video. And as you can see, it is creating a little box or a little zone for me as well. And just like the other one, we can kind of use the PTZ function to kind of turn and see different areas in our warehouse. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little more. I'm going to set it right here on this right-hand side door right here. Alrighty, so the next one we're going to do is this blue one right here. It will be the same functionality. You can simply scroll in, and it will create kind of a zoning area where you're able to kind of navigate and view what's within that area. And it will kind of display it on the other ones as well. So here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And I'm going to go ahead and set it right here on the left exit right here. So as you can see with this function, we're able to kind of see in a way 3 to 4 different views. Right here, we're watching the garage. Right here, we're looking at the right exit. And right here, we can see the left exit. And right here on the fourth one, we kind of have an view or a overall view of our warehouse. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and go into fisheye 4R. This one is pretty much just like the very first one that we did, except it's divided into 4 different sections. We can kind of zoom into a certain area. And again, we can kind of use the PTZ function to kind of pan to different areas, as you can see. And same goes for the other ones as well. So I'm going to zoom in here. And for this one, we're going to take a look at this back side right here. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and zoom all the way in. And for this one, we're just going to keep an eye on this little hallway right here. And for the second one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and watch the second hallway right here, or this second little aisle right here. So yeah, with this camera, you can view one area, but you can look at it from a lot of different angles. So that's one benefit of Dewarpping. Alrighty, so this one's pretty simple. It's just like the very first one. To reset it, you can simply select on it and scroll all the way out and it'll return to its original position, just like how we did on this very first one right here. So yeah. Alrighty, so for the next one, it's going to be a 2R 1P. And this one will give us a panoramic view of the camera. So right here, we can see the top one will be a panoramic view. We can kind of turn and navigate and see what's around us. And then for these bottoms two right here, it will be the same function as the first one and the third one. We will simply click on it, zoom in, and we can use the PTZ function to kind of turn our field of view and look at whatever areas we want. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom over here into towards the warehouse exit or the warehouse entrance right here. And for this one, we can go ahead and zoom in and let's just go ahead and look at this door right here. Or actually, let's go ahead and look at this left exit. There we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one. And the next one will be a 2P, which is going to be 2 panoramic views. So it's pretty self-explanatory. We can kind of use the PTZ function to drag our field of view, drag left or right, up and down, and it'll give us a panoramic view of the warehouse. Alrighty, and for the very last function, it's going to be a fisheye 8R10. This one will be very similar to the second one we did right here, except instead of 3 different screens, we're gonna have about 8. And then the middle one would basically be the controller for this one. So as you can see, I click on the first one, the middle one is red. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the green one. This one will turn, the middle one will turn green. I click on the third one, which is blue. The middle one will turn blue. Click on the fourth one, it will turn yellow, and so on and so forth. And yeah, just like the second example we did on the fisheye 3R10, it's gonna be the same thing. We can simply zoom in right here and it will go ahead and create a little area for us. And right here, we can kind of just set it up to where we want to view a certain area. So here, I'm going to go ahead and view the garage exit. For this green area, I'm going to go ahead and view this little door again. For the blue area, we're going to go ahead and view this left side exit right here. And for this yellow one, let's say we want to view this very first aisle right here to see anyone walking in, walking out. So we can set that up right there. And for this next one, we can kind of do it on the second part of the aisle as well, if we would like, to get kind of a nicer view. And for the rest of them, they're all going to work pretty much the same. Very simple. You're going to go ahead and scroll in and out and use the PTZ function to kind of navigate and pick which areas you want to watch. And yeah, each one of these squares will function the same way. And to reset the view, you'll simply just scroll all the way out for each one. And it will bring you back to the default setting. Alrighty, so that concludes today's video on how to do Dewarpping.